we're on the road again with an all-new adventure. It's November, my favorite time of year. Cool weather, moving tree stands, good friends, and maybe even a buck. My friends, we're off to deer camp.
We're starting off the adventure. We're just getting ready to leave for East Hill Outdoors. I gotta work today. Then it's off to deer camp. This week we've had a ton of big bucks on camera in daylight hours. Bucks moving all over the farm, but we have had to work. Dave and I, whose camp it is, we've been at East Hill weighing in deer for the Whitetail Classic, making things happen. But today is our turn to go to camp. Truck is absolutely packed full of gear. Got muzzle loader. We're bringing some duck hunting stuff. If we have some time, we might get a duck hunt in. It's gonna be a beautiful, beautiful 4 days. The only downside to this, things at home. Brooklyn is here with the pups. Ashton is sick, missing school today. They've assured me to go to camp, have a good time, and they will handle things here. So we're on the road to East Hill. That's where the adventure is gonna start. And then we're off to camp. I'm really excited. In the past, I've done a ton of work for deer. I always get big bucks on camera and maybe 1 or 2 pictures on daylight hours. This year, starting it off right. 3 good ones, daylight pictures for about 4 days now. The only problem is the camera I've seen them all on, or most of them on, batteries are dead. Let's go. Deer camp 2023. Finally getting out of work and heading my way to deer camp for the last 3 days. It is now Wednesday. We're gonna start hunting tomorrow morning. Been weighing in whitetail deer at the East Hill Whitetail Classic, and it's got me excited. I love going to deer camp. I love hanging out, but seeing all those big bucks has got me really pumped up. Usually we go opening day, but this year we aren't starting till Thursday of the first week. So super excited to get out there. Dave's got a couple more hours in the store. It's getting chilly out. Deer on camera. Let's go to camp. Start hunting tomorrow morning.
After about an hour's drive, we finally make it to deer camp. After some great food, finally settle in for the night to get ready for hunting the next morning. First morning of deer camp is here. We had a great night last night. We're heading to the blind. We have got bucks all week on camera. Super early, but we're gonna try to sneak in there in the dark, get set up, and hopefully we're gonna get one of these big bucks. It's been a long time coming, but even if we don't see a buck and we don't shoot a buck, I'm still pretty stoked to be here. I really enjoyed deer camp. Let's get going before I miss my opportunity to slide in there in the dark. About 25 minutes till shooting. Let's go. Morning, what a deer camp. Feels really deer-like out, but I haven't seen anything moving. Dave saw a doe and 2 fawns. It feels like deer weather, but maybe they're not gonna move this morning. Morning 1 of the deer hunt is over, and we're going to move stands. That's right, we do this every year. Dave saw a doe and 2 fawns this morning, and every time we move a stand at the beginning of the deer hunt, somebody shoots a big buck, so it's lucky. Let's go move stands. Now I know a lot of you are thinking, this is a terrible idea, but this has actually worked in the past.
Put this one in.
Adam, who you'll see later on in the video, actually shot a giant 11-point buck just hours after he moved the stand back in 2019. So good idea or not, we're going with it.
All right, it's day 1, sit number 2. The exciting part about this is that there's been a very good deer every night, somewhere between 4 and 5 o'clock. He shows up to run does. I'm not the luckiest hunter. I will tell you right now that luck is not on my side, but with a little bit, maybe, just maybe, he'll pop out and we're gonna get a shot at a mature deer tonight. So we spent the afternoon, we hung a new stand. Dave and I did about 3 hours of chatting outside. It's not very often you get to just sit around and chat for 3 hours. So right now I'm gonna get geared up. We're gonna hit the woods, and maybe Lady Luck is on my side finally.
Our first visitor at deer camp's a young doe, and sadly, there's no buck trailing behind. So we just watch her eat and do doe things. And sadly, she disappears just like shooting light. Back at camp, there's good food and reinforcements, and we need to make a plan for the next day.
Adam and Mark have joined the camp. That means we got 2 extra shooters, 2 extra tags, but we got to move another tree stand. We were just walking the standing cornfield, noticed a ton of deer signs, so we're heading in there. We're gonna move a stand for Adam can hunt in there tonight. Old school, riding through the farm on the back of the tailgate, something I haven't done in a long time. It's all part of deer camp, having a blast. The only part we're missing here is a giant buck. It was on trail camera this morning. I didn't hunt this morning and do some running around, but the buck was near where my ground blind was this morning, just before shooting light. So fingers crossed we can either get him in here or somewhere else on the farm. But I'm telling you, we're having a blast at deer camp. One of the big things for us at deer camp is moving stuff around, having fun, laughing, telling jokes. We'll try to be quiet in there, but there'll be lots of jokes after.
Adam and Mark are here, and guess what? It's time to move another tree stand. It's what you do at deer camp. At first, if you don't succeed, try again.
Do you think this is gonna work?
I really do.
I really do too. We might just, yeah.
Stand up a few hours before, buck down.
We have got Adam's new stand-up. He is ready to roll. There is so much deer sign here. I'm betting if he doesn't shoot a buck, he sees a good one. So it's getting that time of day. We need to get back to camp, out of here. Let the deer do deer things. Friday of the gun hunt. We're about to sit for the afternoon. Good luck, guys. Get out there, get them. Adam's ready. Adam's on the road. Adam's making it happen. We need to down a buck. That's the plan. Adam, good luck, buddy.
Thank you, you too.
Yes, get it and make it happen. You're going to the newsstand we just put up. Let's go. Another night, another sit. Fingers crossed we get a big one. At least see a big one. That'd be a huge step.
The night starts off pretty uneventful, like the last two. I figure I'd up my game and I do a little rattling and a couple grunt calls. Shortly after that, I notice a doe enter into the pasture. After the first doe arrives, I quickly notice a second one coming in right behind her. Both does start settling in and eating, but I notice they keep looking behind them. Something's different about these two. And then it happens. Fire the shot, I watch the buck run off, and as he goes in between a couple cedar trees, I notice that he's on the wobble.
Oh my God. Yes.
And in that moment, I text the boys at deer camp, buck down.
All right, Dave, it's been a couple minutes. I shot the buck.
Yep.
I called you.
Yep.
You came over. You ready to go find the buck?
Let's go look for him.
Let's go look for the buck. Oh my God, I'm pumped. There was a couple minutes there that you guys missed. I was just way too excited. Way too excited. Let's go see if we can find the buck. Oh my gosh, right here is where I saw him wobble. Oh my gosh.
You can see his white butt.
Oh, I don't see his white. Dave, I did it.
You got him.
I got him.
You did him.
Oh my God, I can't tell you how much I put in to doing this over the
This
years.
is a few years.
This is a few years.
Yep. This is a few years for this.
Oh, that's a good buck, my man.
When I started deer hunting, I set myself a goal. He had to have at least 8 points and his rack be wider than his ears. And my friends, this buck will fit the bill perfectly. I notch my tag, and then it's time to drag him out. The boys at the camp help me get him hung up. He'll hang for a couple days before going to the butcher shop. For us, we're headed back to camp to sit around, enjoy a couple, and eat some more of that delicious camp food. The following morning, I packed my stuff up to make a trip home to make room for the buck who's going to the butcher's the following day. Deer camp's not about just shooting deer, but I can tell you, when you do, it's a little bit sweeter. It's about hanging out with your buddies. If you've never been to a deer camp, I think you should go. And if you've been going forever, I think you should take somebody new. And if you're not into the whole shooting deer and gun thing, you should find a bunch of friends and offer to be the camp chef.